Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good evening, live and direct from London, England, from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly, DLG Reppin, otherwise short for Dele London Guna, space Romeo Echo Papa Papa Indigo November. You should know that I'm an Arsenal fan when I say Guna after Dele London, then Guna. Otherwise, yeah, welcome to another content, yeah. And I'll be reading a content from the women's game, stating from a manager, a female manager, that more games should be played at main stadium. And then I'm going to go through Thursday's gossip column. But before I do all of that, yeah, make sure you smash the thumbs up like button in abundance for me, yeah. Do that, yeah. Do me a favor, make sure you share this channel virally all over the globe, especially to your friends and your relatives, yeah? And if you're watching for the first time, welcome on board. But share this channel amongst your friends and your relatives. On top of that, yeah, if you have an opinion, if you want to get your thoughts across, leave it in the chat, etc. At the end of the day, this is where positive feedback lives, as far as DLG Repping is concerned. On top of that, yeah, last but not least, subscribe to the channel. Smash that button for me, left, right, and center, gloriously but passionately. Remember, if you do subscribe, I will shout you out, yeah? And I mean, I will shout you out, yeah? Showing you love and respect. And I expect the same in return, yeah? So get subscribing. This is the road to 1,000 subscribers, yeah? By the end of this year, beginning of the new year. Get subscribing. Otherwise, let's kick it off with what Rehan Skinner has said. Rehan Skinner is the manager of the Spurs ladies, and written in yellow writing, Spurs want more. Sorry, written in yellow writing, that's the head title. Spurs want more games at men's stadium, says Skinner. Spurs manager Rehan Skinner says the club want to host women's games at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as much as possible. They were set to play Manchester United at the ground before the WSL was halted to honour Queen Elizabeth II. The intent from the club is to get as many games as we can, said Skinner, who added double headers with the men's side are an option. The links into broadening the fan base and getting more fans to those games. Wow. I think that's encouraging, and it's inspiring. Not just inspiring, but you obviously have to take into content how many bodies you get on seats in the women's game. It's a massive increase compared to the last 20 to 25 odd years. So things have dramatically improved, and we saw the European Championship finals between the England ladies against Germany ladies, and a full house. It was 90,000. Now that is a record on its own, and we're seeing record crowds in the Women's Super League games, and by the men allowing, but in the men's game, if they allow they allow the well-known stadiums to host women games in the men's stadium, obviously, in the home of Man United, the Arsenal, Chelsea's, Man City's, I can go on, Anfields. We'll see record-breaking crowds developing every other week. It can happen. I think we should do our best to make it happen. I, as a person, would like to see more women's games live. Other than that, we'll move on to today's gossip column, which is Thursday's gossip column. And according to Hennes Fute, if I've butchered that name, then I do apologise. Manchester United want Atletico Madrid and Slovenia goalkeeper Jan Oblak to replace current number one David De Gea. Well, that is an audacious that's an audacious link, if you ask me. Whether Simeone will allow him to go, that's another thing. And it's not just Simeone, the board. If the board are happy that if the board are happy with Simeone and they back him, then why should they let him go? Anyway, Manchester City are set to join Chelsea in the race to sign AC Milan and Portugal forward Rafael Leao. Now, this Rafael Leao, he is hot property. I mean, there's been so much talk about him, and many football experts have spoken highly about him, especially the experts in Serie A. And he was part of the AC Milan team that won Serie A Scudetto last season. This is according to Calcio Mercato. Sky Sports via SampreMilan.it. Chelsea made an informal bid for Leao in the summer transfer window, according to Milan director Paolo Maldini. Well, it's news to me. I mean, Chelsea, they always make the bid. They don't hang around like other clubs. No names to be mentioned, but they are a club that will bring in top talent and quality into the squad, into the first 11. Whether that was the case in the summer transfer window, I can't possibly say. But it wouldn't surprise me if Chelsea have put in a bid for that for this individual guy. AC Milan are looking for replacements for Belgium and former Liverpool striker Divock Origi, despite only signing a 27-year-old this summer. Well, he was in an article. He was dubbed the worst signing ever in AC Milan's history. I think that's strongly harsh. I mean, I don't think he's had the opportunity to show what he can really do. So time will tell. Newcastle have agreed terms with Egypt-born forward Garang Crawl, 18, who plays in Australia for Central Coast Mariners. That's according to Bell Sports. Former manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer recommended striker Erling Haaland to Manchester City when both were at Norwegian club Molde, but the Red Devils chose against a move for the player. Well, first and foremost, Alf-Inge Haaland would never appreciate his son playing for, in their eyes, the Vermin. I will call them the Vermin myself, because I don't get on with Man United, and you know I don't get on with Spurs. Anyway, moving on. Former Everton and Real Madrid forward James Rodriguez has completed their medical before a move to Greek club Olympiacos. Now, this is reported by Fabrizio Romano. Now, Fabrizio Romano, he's one of the best. He's amongst the best top football journalists around. So whenever he gets information, he is always accurate and precise. Liverpool will not hesitate to terminate Arthur Melo's loan deal from Juventus if they identify a midfielder to replace the Brazil international in the January transfer window, Toto Mercato. Now, it's been a long time since I've read anything coming out of Toto Mercato. However, this Brazilian midfielder, this is the same one that Arsenal were after. We were just being strung along all this time. Arthur Miller. We were just strung along like idiots, and I knew that was the case with the board, our board, and Liverpool. They put in their application for him, and they get him on loan. Oh, here we go. Namel. Oh, for crying out loud! Here we go. New Wolves signing Diego Costa has an outside. New Wolves signing Diego Costa has an outside chance of making his debut for the club in their game against Manchester City on Saturday, after the former Spain international took passing a full training session. Now, kudos to Wolves. They have signed themselves a proven goal-scoring beast. Yeah? A guy who loves the physicality. And you just look back at his time at Chelsea, he would bully defenders. He would cause them all sorts of problems. You know, he'll make sure centre halves don't have it easy, don't have an easy time for 90 minutes. He'll make sure that he will let them know that I am in this game and I'm in this area. I'm in this game and I'm up against you to make your life a rotten hell. And this is Diego Costa all over. Chelsea have been holding talks about buying a club in Portugal as part of Chairman Todd Boehly's multi-club ownership plan. Interesting. And last but not least, we end on Chelsea. According to the Star, Chelsea are in talks to appoint Red Bull Salzburg's Christopher Freund as their sporting director. Well, he will be their new sporting director. Whether I think it will happen. It seems like it's something that will happen. They're interested in him. He's found. I suppose this guy must have found some young talent at the time. Slobozai, who again Arsenal were linked with. Yeah, another player that we were linked with, but we were never going to sign him. He discovered him, and he may discover other young talent. Other than that, allow me to leave it here and say, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, once again, it's a pleasure to say thank you for listening, thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, and saving the best to last, as you know already, always, as you know that I do every day. Should I say, get my words straight. Thank you so much for putting up with me. I'm going to enjoy some of this. I don't want to talk with a mouthful. It's disrespectful and poor manners. Yeah, you can call me old school. However, I'll be here again with another content tomorrow evening, knowing that I've got to go work. Until then, look after your friends, look after your family. Please look after yourselves. It's peace, it's bliss, it's love again. That's always. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, DLG repping, and we will talk again. Bear this in mind. Always remember, please just be nice.